If you're a man, you don't cry about it. You take life, the ups and downs. If you're a real man, you never go down, you just stay up. That's why this sport coat costs $800 and that costs $200. And I don't know what that costs, I'd be ashamed to wear it. That's why I'm wearing lizard shoes and a Rolex watch.
Importing it, snorting it, any competition extorting it, anything I want affording it, got enough crack to get four to hit, turn a saint to a sinner, lose to a winner, whether old school or upbeat, getting my shit's the best, Rick's the best, have your heart beating right out your chest, that Ric Flair like, woo! That Ric Flair like, woo! This is all I do, I got that Ric Flair like, woo! Woo! Styling, profiling, that Ricky make a girl go, woo!
I'm not recording it. Yep. Welcome to the Goblin and Ogre other edition of the CarCast. You know what's funny about us doing the CarCast? Ian Fergus is my guest today because Lee was not able to make it. He tried to reschedule for tomorrow, but I have a Damien and Stephen Marley concert to go to tomorrow. I'm very excited about.
The children of Bob Marley?
The two of the children.
14.
Yes.
Yeah, odds wise, somebody has to have some kind of talent in the group.
A lot of them have talent. A lot of them. I was listening to an interview with the one son that does not have musical talent.
Ziggy?
No, Ziggy's a great artist. I have several of his albums. No, Rohan Marley. I don't know if he doesn't have any musical talent, but he just was uninterested in it. He wanted to be a football player.
Bob Marley liked soccer. Is it soccer football or football?
He likes soccer, but football because he went to college. He went to high school in America, and that's when he got into football, and he was actually pretty good at it. So one of Bob Marley's sons is a football player who played with Warren Sapp and The Rock at Miami State University. I don't know.
So he's not playing football anymore.
No, he went to the CFL for like a little bit, but
so many people went to the CFL.
Yeah,
like Creed,
meaning the Michael B. Jordan.
No.
Oh no, Scott Stapp or whatever.
No,
Creed.
The Apollo Creed.
The original Apollo Creed. Yeah. Carl Weathers, who passed away.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to Carl Weathers. I'm gonna try to shift this slightly.
But yeah, he played in the CFL. I'm pretty sure.
What do you mean? You're pretty sure?
I'm pretty sure I saw that online.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just guessing.
No. I don't know anything.
He looks like a Canadian football player.
Yeah. Well, anyone who's okay at football can play in the CFL.
Yeah.
You could realistically get a position in the CFL as you are now.
Probably.
Just blocker or something.
I was always curious, like, how much the top guy at CFL, how much is he making, you think?
Million?
Yeah. 1 million, though, but not millions.
I don't think so.
They get roughly...
I don't think it's very high. I think it's kind of like the NLL, like lacrosse.
Yeah. I wonder if CFL players are like WNBA players, and they're like, this is bullshit. We're not making as much as the NFL. It's not fair. We do the same job.
Well, think about how little the Canadian Ladies Football League gets paid.
Do you think our women in hockey get paid more than our CFL players?
Probably
they're
this
more
new one.
Beloved.
This new one, because there's the PWHL that just started this year.
Pussy Hockey League? The Pussy Women.
Yeah, Pussy.
Pussy Hockey League. That's amazing. Good for them.
The Professional Women's Hockey League.
Oh, okay.
But they can hit now. These bitches hit, dude.
Why would it be the Professional Women's Hockey League? It's not like the NHL is the Professional National Hockey League.
WHL is the Western Hockey League.
Oh, so it was already taken.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's been around.
They should have sued them like the World Wildlife Fund and the WWF. You gotta get that name.
Jim Kelly's nephew.
Yeah.
He has a $1.865 million deal.
That's the top guy?
Yeah, and he's getting a $250,000 signing bonus in 2024. So that's pretty cool.
Do you think we should support the CFL more than we do?
No, fuck Steve. Let's
Well, do you watch the NFL though?
no.
Okay, so
But
then you're not just not a
Also,
football guy.
I was on acid one night, and I don't know how I got to this, but I was like watching a bunch of
Show
CFL.
your butt, Ted. You want to?
No,
Oh,
might have been that night when I got home. Actually, I don't know what it was. It was a while back, but I was high on acid, and I was looking, watching CFL compilations on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, it's a better game.
The CFL than the NFL?
The rules. It's a more entertaining game played by worse players.
So
If we made them play by our rules, it'd be way better.
I heard that the rules are better for the CFL. Wider. What do you mean?
Wider field.
Wider field.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's less like running out of bounds and stuff like that.
Which is more running.
There's more running. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I've
Fewer
thought
downs,
about,
I think.
I've thought about watching the CFL more because here's the thing: is I like winning, you know, but I don't like supporting teams that are not from my city.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's bullshit. I hate the idea that like Lee is a Yankees fan. Like we should have stabbed him in his like carotid artery by now. Like you're not allowed to live here. Like it bothers me that you can live in you can't live in Boston and be like, hey, I'm a Yankee fan. They'll like fuck you up.
Should be part of our immigration process.
That's right.
We should deport Lee's father.
I'll say this: immigrants, true immigrants, not like second generation or whatever Lee is supposed to be. Which I also am. First round draft pick immigrants, they're very supportive of whatever city. They're Leaf fans, they're Jays fans, everything like that. It's only their shit kids.
Well, Asians like the Blue Jays because I feel like they're the most common free hat.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I got Chinatown East over here, man. They are dripping in Blue Jays swag.
I wonder if the security guard is going to bother us.
No.
Probably not.
No, she's going home. These security guards hate their goddamn life.
Oh.
This building we're in front of, madness.
Madness? Oh, just
24/7
crack
here, man.
madness, right?
There's a Jamaican lady that's on the same level as me.
Yeah.
That I can see her from my balcony. She has just came back out because she hibernates for the winter.
Yeah, yeah.
But for spring and summer, she goes out on her porch and screams into the world. Just
about what?
God knows what. She's yelling. I could it's sometimes hard to understand, but she runs out of things to say because it sounds like she's having an argument with somebody, but she's just like yelling, like at Gerrard Street.
Yeah.
But she runs out of things to say sometimes, and she'll go like blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Yeah,
that would be funny to see a crazy person being like, they go on for like half an hour, and they're like,
Yeah, she basically it's that. She's like blah 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 blah. But so then there's that.
At least there's no dead air.
The police beat the shit out of some guy in front of the building the other day. Yeah, I walked by. There's just like a pool of blood, and he's getting arrested.
Oh,
like, damn! This place has been swatted.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They pulled like 2 guys and a bunch of guns out of here.
Probably a drug dealer or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and I was watching. And I was smoking a joint, and at the same time, there was like a hawk or whatever flying around, jacking pigeons. It's a great
cop
day.
Of the skies.
Yeah. This is an entertaining day, man.
Well, yeah. At least if there's a lot of craziness in your neighborhood, there's some form of entertainment. At least you don't get as bored.
There's a rapper shot his family down the street recently.
He shot his family?
Yeah, he shot his mom. He shot his brother.
Does he have a song about that? Is that how you know?
Shot his dad? No, he got arrested. It was on Reddit.
Oh,
I forget the guy's name. Yeah, I forget his name, but
he's not famous, I guess. Just he's technically his job as a rapper.
I've gotten into Trontology on Reddit.
I've seen that thing. Yeah, I've tried to.
There's a lot of rappers with a lot of money, and I've never heard of a single one of them.
I do want to quickly say though that Trontology can also go fuck itself because it's one of those Reddits that's like you can go like, oh, I'm gonna go post my comedy show or whatever, and they're like, fuck you, this is not for
no, dude. What
promoting events.
Yeah, do you even research the culture before you start trying to bury your nose into it, white boy?
Fuck that. I hate Reddit rules. They bother me so much.
No, it's just Toronto rules, man.
No, fuck that.
You gotta be of the people.
I am of the people. I've never left the city. I've only lived here.
Corny ass white comedy show, dude.
Lately, my comedy shows are produced. Not a lot of white going on there.
Yeah, maybe you get her to post.
Maybe I could herd a post.
Get your chick to post for you.
Oh, yeah, and then might leave it up.
Yeah. You're corny, dude.
Yeah, she'd have to do one of those posts like, "Oh, this is precarious."
I like it. It seems like we're off-roading. Can I get the window? I can smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, knocked your thing.
That's okay. I just want
Yeah, but Trontology is cool.
Here's that beeping on. Yeah.
They're like Chromaz people.
Chromaz, what's going on with her? I remember you're the one who told me about Chromaz.
Right now, she's got a boyfriend.
Oh, good for her.
But she won't show him.
She won't show him, but he exists. She keeps talking about him. That'd be really funny if she's being catfished.
She does porn now. That's
cool. I'd watch that.
Yeah.
OnlyFans, though, I assume.
I guess, yeah. I just see it on Trontology.
Yeah. That's smart. That's the way
I wouldn't give Chromaz my hard-earned money for. I don't think Chromaz. I don't think she would ever be very nice to me if I met her.
No, I don't think so.
She doesn't seem like she'd be very tolerant of my my rural.
Your rural
aesthetic.
You know what? You're more well liked than you think. There's something about it. I've decided that I don't like
me.
I don't like a city white guy.
No,
but I like a rural white guy. Even though the idea, like traditionally in like joke racism, is that rural white people are more racist and everything like that. But I'm like, I don't care about that part. Like, rural white people are just more interesting. City white guys are terrible.
Well, city white guys have had it beat out of them.
The rural?
They're the whiteness. The wholehearted.
No, so I'm disagreeing with. I know what you mean, but I'm disagreeing with you. They just have a different whiteness. Like, they're still very white. They're just, it's different. It's more hipstery.
They're gayer.
More kooky. It's gayer. Yes. I was at a fun establishment. I was at Popper's Pub last night it was my friend's birthday.
Okay.
And I didn't even realize Popper's Pub has like a dance floor area on like one of the floors.
Did you dance?
I danced a little.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it was mostly white guys.
Yeah.
And I just remember I have this one friend. Like, I have other Jamaican friends, but this guy's only been here for like 3-4 years now.
Okay.
Right? So he's Jamaican. And I just remember I look at him some point and he's watching like these white guys like be city white guys. And it's the fucking disgust on his face. But I remember thinking, like, someone like you, I don't think you would mind. But
if
those guys.
Yeah.
No, not even if you dance. It wasn't just their dancing. It was just like, he goes to me once, he goes, "Hey, I seen one guy, he took fries from the table and put it in his man's pocket. Why?" Like, I don't know. And I'm not saying you wouldn't do that, but...
Well, I think I get along in Toronto because, like, as a rural white, we're almost as immigrant-y in the city as immigrants are. Like, I got here and I was like... It's a lot different. It's like I got off a boat.
Well, there's something like I was watching them last night, and it's just like a city white is almost unbearable.
Yeah.
And maybe not this city's whites. Like
any city whites.
No, I think it depends.
They're like city raccoons. They're disgusting.
Hey, that's one thing you could say is our raccoons are bigger and more badass than rural raccoons. Yes, they are.
They're fat little slugs. No. They're little fur slugs.
But that makes them tougher
they can barely
and stronger.
Pick their stupid little legs off the ground. There's one always by my car. The fat little fuck. He can't move. He looks at me like my cat does for food. He's like, "Oh, can I have some? Get out of here!" I kick him.
Yeah. No, they're like butterbean. They're butterbean raccoons. Like, they'll knock the fuck out of your little Orangeville raccoons.
No, my Orangeville. No way,
pussy
dude.
Orangeville raccoons. Your Orangeville raccoons aren't part of the street. Because that's the
barn
thing.
Raccoons, dude.
They're not rich raccoons. Those are street raccoons. All right, they'll fuck you up.
Our raccoons gotta fight cats. They gotta fight coyotes.
Our raccoons have to fight cats too.
No,
There's cats.
No, fat cats.
No, cats are starting to become a street thing too. There's way more street cats than I used to see.
Well, there should be some kind of foundation to save them and get them off the street because they're not meant for the street. Hey, cats outside is bad.
Little Wendells running around.
Cats outside are predatory and they fuck with the bird population. You gotta keep your cat inside.
That's true, but don't you think there's enough birds?
No.
I feel like we
When do you see
over-exaggerate.
birds that aren't these disgusting city birds?
Yeah, city birds, exactly. So we have a
these
city.
pigeons. They're not supposed to be
We're
here.
moving down the line, my friend.
Pigeons are immigrants.
We we have a city bird problem, so we're developing city cats to deal with the city birds. And when the city cats get out of control, the city raccoons will take care of the city cats.
My neighbors at this co-op building, they're taking care of the pigeon problem. They just throw all their bread onto the road.
Oh my God, they do that in my neighborhood. No, but you mean in the middle of the road? Yeah. Oh no, my neighborhood's the worst. They're like. They love pigeons, so they feed them like at the park, stuff like that. But they'll just like see right here, like this is not road dangerous for pigeons. They'll just fucking dump like rice and bread and stuff like that, and then my area is now covered with pigeons to the point where the community has put up official city-approved signs around the neighborhood.
Don't feed the pigeons.
Don't feed the pigeons.
Yeah. Well, I used to live up in that East York neighborhood. That's where I first saw old people feeding pigeons, where I couldn't figure out whether they're pro-pigeon or anti-pigeon. Like, because when you're throwing the bread onto the road, I'm like, okay, you want the pigeons to eat, but that's pretty dangerous. There's grass you can throw it on. I tried to set up a squirrel feeder. It was a horse.
Why?
It was a horse's head.
Yeah.
And
that doesn't feel like they would
you put all the nuts in the nose on the inside of the horse head.
Yeah.
And then the squirrel sticks his head into the horse head, and it looks like he's got a horse head.
That's cute. That's adorable.
But I set it up, and I got squirrels coming, and I was loving it for a week.
Yeah.
And then just fucking pigeons galore. And I had a little cat bed out there, and they made a nest in my cat bed.
Yeah.
And all hours they're coo, 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 cooing at my fucking... So then I put chili flakes out.
Yeah, and they killed them?
They thought that was a delicious treat, but it was
terrible for
hot for their little mouths.
Yeah. Can't you put like uncooked rice or something like that, and they'll eat it, and then they'll pop later?
Yeah, I've heard that. I'm not...
100%.
Them popping later sounds like it might not be true, or else you would just see in Chinatown East a bunch of fucking popped pigeons all over the place.
The Spadina pigeons.
Yeah. It'd be an epidemic of popped pigeons in the heavily Oriental neighborhoods.
But maybe, maybe they don't pop. Like, I doubt they pop like where you can see a poof, right? But
a puff of smoke.
No.
They just pop away.
No, but I imagine they probably pop internally and then they keel over.
Pop.
It's more of a keel over type situation.
Maybe I see dead pigeons all the time in the neighborhood.
Yeah, there you go. Your neighborhood is feeding them uncooked
But I also think that crazy people kill pigeons in my neighborhood.
There's the solution.
Cats and crazy people?
Birds, raccoons, cats, crazy people. Kill the raccoons.
Then who handles the crazy people?
That's up to you, my friend. You got to kill a crazy person.
And
then here's the thing. It's kind of it's a circle of life, because if you kill enough crazy people, you become a crazy person, and then someone has to cull you.
I legitimately think if I kill one person, I might become crazy because the guilt. The guilt. Oh boy, the guilt.
There's no guilt. You're doing a service to your city.
I still feel bad when I steal from shoppers.
Oh.
Like,
what do you...
Like I'm going to Mr. Shopper's family.
Hypothetically, what would you steal? Hypothetically.
I don't know, stuff.
Like little stuff? Like
food
nuts?
sometimes? Or a drink? Or an elderly person's medication?
You pick it up? Yeah, I'm Herman. Pick up for Herman.
My glaucoma medication, please. That's what I've been flying on all weekend. Glaucoma. Med. I got Glock meds coming out my ears, dude.
Man. But
I heard you're not supposed to mix cold shots with glaucoma medication.
Anything above 5.5% alcohol is dangerous.
Am I gonna pop like a pigeon?
But no, I don't think you should even care about the whole shoppers thing. I was watching more of those videos now where people are like just stealing full carts full of stuff from different stores.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a U.S. thing, but I think you're like a drop in the bucket.
Well, the security guard's facade has finally been erased. For years, we've always seen security guards as some sort of like authority.
Yeah.
You'd see him, and you're like that thing in Superbad where he daydreams about stealing the alcohol.
Oh,
and the security guard's like, stop. Like, but really, they're about useful as a pigeon in your fucking store.
Okay, we'll add to it then.
You can just
Pigeons
walk
kill
by.
security guards. Cats, pigeons, raccoons, cats, crazy people, raccoons, yeah.
They mean nothing. You can just walk by. They can't stop you.
I know.
They're just there for insurance purposes.
I know, and I talked about this on the last podcast. This is a repeat, but I've seen it at the LCBO.
Yeah.
Now, one time I did see the security guard stop him, but he didn't like do anything. It's just the guy had 2 bags, like those like grocery bags with liquor, and the security guard was able to grab one of them and just hold on to it and say no. And so the guy let that one go, but he still went out with the other bottle of liquor.
The security guard at the LCBO in Parliament Street got bottled one night. I tried to go. Me and my chick were trying to go get some White Claws.
Yeah, and
last summer
he talked back to you, and you bottled him.
It was all boarded up, and then it was closed down, and there was a police officer outside, lady cop, which another pigeon maybe. But I was talking to her, and she's like, yeah, the security guard got bottled. Like, a guy came in to steal, and they weren't even trying to stop him. He just like grabbed a bottle and hit the security guard over the head.
Yeah, no, the one I saw recently was like a fucking Rona or something like that. Someone just was leaving with a cart full of probably power tools or something like that,
dude.
which is big money.
Yeah.
That's really the smart move. If you're just going to walk out, power tools.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. They're like food. I don't know. If you steal food, honestly, a security guard sees someone stealing food, they should be like, okay, that's probably needed. I don't know.
I steal one loaf of bread like Aladdin. Straight rat. No. I'm running it out in my monkey.
Monkey, that would be an animal to have on these streets.
Oh, to help take care of
If we had some
stuff?
wild monkeys in the mix in Toronto.
Okay, but who are the monkeys taking care of? For
everything.
Everyone.
Everything.
The real enforcers.
Yeah.
Everybody's taking out somebody else, but everybody
We'd
gets
have
fucked up.
spider monkeys riding raccoons throughout the neighborhood.
I remember when I watched like Jumanji originally, and all the animals were all like running around the city. I thought, this is how we should live, though.
Yeah, man.
This is much cooler.
Oh yeah, as a kid, do you ever watch We're Back?
We're back.
It's the dinosaurs come back. They like march down in Times Square.
I don't think so.
It's a good one. You should check it out. It holds up.
Is it at live action or
no cartoon?
Cartoon. Okay, all right.
Yeah, from the early '90s.
Okay, was it a show or a movie?
Movie.
Okay.
And at points, it's very spooky.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
When the dinosaurs are mean.
There's a fucking pigeon right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just walking too.
No, he's living his life. He doesn't even know that I can't remember what was killing pigeons. A cat is coming around the corner. So we're back. These dinosaurs are hanging out around with people. Do they talk? Can they talk?
They're in the circus. Oh yeah, they could talk.
Oh, okay. So humans can understand them, or are they talking to each other?
I think just one little kid. I got to rewatch it.
Okay.
But I think one little kid for sure can talk to them because they're friends with a kid.
Yeah.
And no one knows that they're back.
No one?
No.
So the circus people know because they have them in the circus.
Yeah, and they were mean when they were in the circus.
Oh,
somehow they get
terrible.
niced up, like their eyes become nice.
Like, that cartoon trick where
they
like
have like
bigger
evil eyes and they're like
nice eyes after. That would be really easy. You could
nice.
figure out someone was evil is if they were always squinting.
Oh yeah. You're like trying to sell your couch on Marketplace. And the person comes, and you're like, I don't think I should sell to you.
You're on a date.
Like, no, I'm so nice.
I'm so nice. Yeah, they do the finger thing. I'm a nice person.
Why are you laughing like that? What are you doing with my couch?
I was thinking about like I was watching shit on like lie detectors and how like stupid fucking bullshit lie detector tests are
useless.
And I was thinking like how much fun it would be, or maybe not fun. Would you think it would be less fun or more fun if we had a real lie detector that actually worked? And it's like scientifically, if you lie, it's gonna go beep.
Well, I think for the most part, lie detectors are good unless you're dealing with a sociopath.
No.
No?
I read it. Still not that good.
Really? Oh, well.
But, yeah,
no, we should not have one.
But maybe it would fix the world.
No, you need lies.
You need lies?
You need
no,
lies.
but, like, you could lie day to day. But, like, hey, did you murder this guy? Bing! You know?
No, I guess in that sense, sure.
Sure, but even lower than that.
Maybe put some cops at all their sweet overtime pay they're getting for solving these crimes.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, we can get them out of work. They could be. Then we could add them to the circle.
Yeah, then they're on the streets.
They're the new crazy people.
They're fucking eating raccoons.
Moving. Gotta fix it every 10 minutes, I guess. Yeah, no, like you could lie detectors. So we save it for like murders.
Mm.
You know, like Maury and stuff like that. I wish that was like accurate because now I feel bad when I watch the thing about how shit they are. There was so many people I watched in Maury over the years that swore they did not cheat and that lie detector is wrong. And I'm like, maybe it's wrong.
I think if you're on Maury, I think you're cheating. Like, what kind of life are you living? I've been watching a lot of 90 Day Fiancé.
Sure,
and
yeah.
I'm like, these people, before they ever go on, you got to be a special kind of fucked to be like, I'm going to have this relationship with somebody who I've talked to long distance, whatever, but I want it to be on TV.
Yeah. It's an interesting mind.
Yeah. Like, to be in the mind that you, at any point, like, you've had arguments with your girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
How insane would it be at any point if, like, mid-argument, you're like, well, we can solve this on Maury. You want to solve this? You want to get down? Are you tired of us arguing like this? Because I think we can skip all this bullshit and get fucking Maury Povich on the case.
We get a free hotel night. Anyway, you said you want to spend more time.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm tired of arguing. We'll find out I'm not the father. I'm tired of this bullshit.
Well, okay. The father thing has a use. The father thing is Maury pays for the paternity test, which is generally, it's from what it sounds like, is like hundreds of dollars that some of these people are so poor they can't afford, which is why they're arguing over who's the father. Because that guy needs to pay, but he doesn't have a lot of money. So, oh shit. This is the best. I broke the tripod right before. It was a plastic. To be fair, it's a plastic tripod from Dollarama.
You should take it back.
Yeah, I don't think they take returns.
Return it.
Unless it's still boxed.
Kick up a stink.
Yeah. No. Yeah, more. He pays for the paternity test, so it provides use. You're right about like my girl's been watching like Dr. Phil a lot of like people dealing with their issues over Dr. Phil, and I'm like, one, even if he's a fantastic therapist, he's not fixing.
I don't think he's a fantastic therapist.
I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying even if he was, he's not going to fix it in 40 minutes.
No.
So it definitely is. I think just people who want to like, they're just crazy enough to like think it's a good idea.
Yeah, and it's just the allure of being on TV, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's fun.
I don't know. If me and my girlfriend ever needed to go on Maury, I'm like, we should probably break up. I don't.
Maury calls you.
Yeah.
Hey, so you guys still want to be on the show? Oh no, we broke up because we thought we want to be on Maury.
Things aren't going well if you're on Maury. Same with if your kid's bad and you're on Dr. Phil. Maybe you should abandon your child.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? I was watching a Dr. Phil recently with her, and there was these two parents who were complaining about their kid being bad, and they were like, we'll take him to the park, and he won't want to come home. right? And I'm thinking this kid is like fucking going limp or, you know, like fighting them, you know, running away.
Tree.
But they would just like, he'd be like, no. And then they would tap him on the back and he would go a little bit and then he'd stop and he's like, I don't wanna. And they'd tap him, like not even hit him, but just like suggest him in the right direction. And he would go the whole time. And to them, that was a Dr. Phil.
That's kids, man.
That's just kids.
Yeah, dude.
Just regular kids. And Dr. Phil took it so serious. He goes, this kid just doesn't want to go home from the park. And Dr. Phil goes, I can clearly tell your son is a very sad child. I go, why? He just likes the park.
Yeah, parks are fucking awesome. Especially, what, do they live in an apartment building?
Nah, I don't know.
If you're in an apartment building, like, at least I had like a swings and a slide in my backyard. Like just like the normal like little yellow slide, like nothing too crazy. I actually had Care Bear swings, which were very awesome.
Care Bear swings?
Yeah.
Like they have pictures
Care Bear
of Care Bears?
shaped.
Care Bear
It was like you were sitting in a Care Bear's lap, but he was chair shaped.
That's starting to creep me out now.
No, it had his face, and then it had the different tummies.
At your butt?
No, the tummies were at your back.
Oh.
Like you're sitting in their lap. Like they're like...
It's creeping me out, but I don't think it should be. I think it's fun.
It's cute. It's Care Bear shit for a kid.
Just
It my Care Bear swing set.
Okay, all right. It's adorable.
But so I also grew up in the country. There's not a lot of parks.
Yeah.
But when I went to a park, I was the same. I was like, I don't want to go home. Park is life.
You're saying everywhere was a park.
Yeah, my life was a park.
Yeah.
But
ATVs.
I get it. Like I used to not want to come inside. What is there inside?
Yeah.
Chores.
I mean, yeah, unless you had like a Sega Genesis.
I did have a Sega Genesis.
But that still wasn't enough to...
I was not very good at it. So
I'm not good at this.
I didn't find a lot of my games very enjoyable because I could not get past the first 2 levels.
Oh, I get that.
So I'm tired of playing the first 2 levels of Sonic 2.
Oh,
I'd get to the casino and I'd max out.
No, I would just get stuck at that casino. That's when I realized gambling was a real thing, is I would get stuck at that casino level in Sonic 2.
Where you bounce up and do the slots?
Yeah. And then I would just like get so greedy. I'm like, I wonder how much I can make. Just sit there.
How many rings?
Yeah, and then you would lose it all and you think, well, I can't end the level now because I need to make back this fake money I never had.
The only game I was good at was the Scooby-Doo Mysteries game.
I don't even know that one.
It was good.
You just had to guess who the ghost was, but it wasn't a ghost?
No, you like look at clues.
Did it ever bother you that the Scooby-Doo gang never ran into real supernatural things?
Yeah, well, supernatural things aren't real, Sanker.
Neither is a cartoon. They could have been real in the cartoon.
No, I've seen the real life movie.
And that's not true.
Matthew Lillard is Shaggy.
They did run into supernatural stuff once, and that's when there was a crossover Scooby-Doo supernatural episode.
Was it with Vincent Price?
No.
Because when he was on the show, there was some supernatural stuff going on, I think.
Oh, I think they're movies. I think when it was a movie, it was always something supernatural. But no, I'm talking about the show Supernatural, starring heartthrobs Jensen Ackles.
Oh, they did a crossover with...
They did a crossover with...
were they real life people in Cartoon Land, or was it their cartoon...
So they were... No, they were cartoons. So they, Dean and Sam... got turned into cartoons in there was some store, I think, and I'd have to rewatch the episode, but they get put into a TV. It's one of those things. They get put into a TV and they end up in the Scooby-Doo gang. Yeah.
Scooby-Doo rocked. My favorite show as a kid.
I won't say it's my favorite show, but I always enjoyed it.
I loved it. There was so much of it. There were so many different... There was Scooby and Scrappy-Doo. There was that spinoff where like the rest of the gang wasn't there, but Shaggy and Scooby and Scrappy.
So apparently Scrappy-Doo was super hated, and that's why he's a villain.
He was kind of a cunt.
But I don't know why.
He was annoying.
Why? Just because he's like, Scooby!
He was always like...
Scooby!
Like, they're like very mellow, right? Like
yeah.
Shaggy and Scooby.
Yeah, of course.
They're fucking stoned.
That's their thing. Yeah. Stone dog.
Scrappy-Doo was like cocaine. Cocaine energy.
Yeah, I get you. They're too high.
The mellow people of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. How do you feel about this real big push for Velma was a sexy one all along?
Velma was pretty sexy.
That's the push. That's people. Most of the movies, the real life movies, Velma's hotter. Whoever plays Velma.
Not
Sarah Michelle Gellar one.
Sarah Michelle Gellar was hotter than whatever
Linda Cardellini?
Whatever pig played.
It wasn't a pig. It was Linda Cardellini. Linda Cardellini's hot.
Some wop.
I like Linda Cardellini.
Linda Cantillini or whatever fuck her name is. Kick rocks. Sarah Michelle Gellar's so much hotter.
She is hotter. She is. No, I think you know what it was. It was they did one where it was like how they met, and they had different actors for that one, and they got a Spanish girl to play Velma.
Yeah. That's a thing these days. A lot of Spanish ladies doing
just in general
doing white lady stuff.
Oh yeah, but they you know
the Addams Family.
You can just pretend like they're like Italian.
The Addams, I guess the Addams makes sense because it's like Gomez Addams. Like I guess he was some kind of Hispanic.
He was Hispanic yet spoke French to his wife. It's very confusing.
And then they had like the whitest little child ever. Pugsley. Like, there's no way Pugsley's.
He's not
Latino.
Spanish.
Yeah. He's a little fat blonde boy.
You don't have to maintain that much ethnicity though. Like I started watching not watching, but I watched clips of the two kids from Sopranos have a podcast. And you find out neither of them are Italian.
The AJ?
Yeah, not Italian.
Oh yeah. No, Italians.
No, but even Jamie Lynn Sigler is she's Jewish, I think.
Yeah, her name's Sigler.
Sigler.
It's Sig Heil. She's German.
She's German Jewish, I think. She's Jewish, I think. But
Jews and Italians,
they're interchangeable.
Yeah.
Not food wise.
No.
Italians win that game.
I don't have much. I've never had too much Jewish food until I knew Dobsky. I thought matzo ball soup was cheese soup.
I
thought
too.
It was like the hunks were supposed to be like hunks of mozzarella or something. I was like, that sounds awesome. I would love some of this mozzarella soup.
But it's more of a dumpling-ish soup, right? I don't even still.
It's like
I still don't know. It's like croutons. Yeah,
wet croutons.
I've had Jews tell me to my face that Jewish food is not good.
Yeah,
like it's not something like unless it's Israeli.
They're self-deprecating too. It's
you think that's what it is?
Yeah,
but I don't.
Our
think
food.
It's good. Our food. What are we gonna do? How did you feel about? I wanted to ask you about two sports things. Because I know you do watch some baseball.
Yes.
And you also do watch some, lots of UFC. Right? How did you feel about your fucking boy Ngannou getting his fucking face smashed into the ground?
I thought that was probably what should be happening.
It is.
That's tracked for me.
Yeah.
It was the one time I bet for him because I bet against him, like against Tommy Fury, and I bet against him all the time in MMA.
Wait, he wasn't
or not Tommy Fury, Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury, yeah. But didn't Tyson Fury technically win that on
but
judges? So you won.
Yeah, I won money that night, but Francis morally won the night.
Correct.
That night. This is boy did he get knocked out.
It wasn't
it was brutal.
But in the same not a boxer I like, but I would love to see a boxer I don't like but like current go into MMA just for one fight and also get his fucking chin destroyed. Crazy
stupid like Ryan Garcia or something's gonna try that.
Yeah, what's with that guy?
He's losing his mind.
Is he a drunk or is it he's punchy?
He's like I'm on a regimen. I'm only allowed to have 3 glasses of wine a night now, and that's quite a bit of wine.
That's a great regimen.
But
I'm on 3 glasses of wine regimen.
He's a doper. He smokes weed all the time. I think he might because you get these kids training from like a young age, and you get so many like. CTE comes from just like there's no set amount of concussions.
No,
just like one concussion. Like I could bop you in the head and you just have bad luck and you're all fucking dorped up for the rest of your life.
Let's test it.
You can't drive
home. Yeah, you're right. That's funny. CTE is like an unknown. Like you have a number.
Yeah.
You have a number, and you can't ever know your number. But and for some people it's 56 concussions, and for some people it's 2.
Yep.
And
it's like AIDS.
You can just keep having.
You could
AIDS-y sex.
You could shoot up with needles and have anal sex your whole life and never get it, or the first time you ever have anal sex, you could be
or pregnancy.
AIDS. Or pregnancy.
You ever think about those guys who fuck for the first time and get a girl pregnant?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
But I think about that, but because you know how like before modern man, like when we were still like out
primitive,
out in these fields and shit, like your goal was like you're like can't have sex. God hates if like nothing sex.
Yeah,
so he wants you to knock your lady up. How good did it feel when the first time you had sex and you're like fucking did it?
Yeah. Yeah. Boom.
1-0, baby. First time having sex, I knocked her up.
You know, you're right. You don't even need to go like that. Like I'm sure some married guys, like it's not their first time having sex, but when they decide, let's have unprotected sex, and your girl gets pregnant that first time, like that has to. That's the best feeling. It has to feel maybe 10% of winning a championship or something like that. Yeah,
well, especially even if your child goes on to win some sort of championship, that's pretty.
Oh
sweet.
Yeah.
Like Travis Kelce's mom. She's probably
pretty real proud.
She's like, that was the best cum shot I ever took.
Who do you think is the best cum shot ever?
Best cum shot ever. Like from the 0 to hero. Well, something like Francis Ngannou's a pretty good cum shot, dude.
Yeah, because
like the
poor,
sand mines of Cambodia.
Yeah,
or not Cambodia.
Right, you heard it here first. Francis Ngannou was Cambodian,
Asian. Cameroon.
Yes, Cameroon. Yeah.
But yeah, like a poor family out there. Like they showed his mom's house. She's like dirt floors, like one room. And then he made it out, man.
Yeah, you're right. He's in.
He just got paid $30 million to get knocked out by a handsome English guy.
That is the funny thing, is that like people talk a lot of shit about boxing, and there's a lot of shit. It's one of my favorite sports, but there's a lot of shit to talk about it. But they're not wrong when they go, I don't care if I lost. I went to go do this one fight, and I made more than I would have ever made in the UFC.
Did you see the guy cry and leave? One time,
no.
It's happened like twice. I think I've seen clips, but a guy, like the match starts and he's like no, and just leaves.
Like like
it goes ding, and he gets his show money, and he just leaves the ring.
Kidding?
Yeah, because I think he had his beef with the promoter, and he's like, yeah, I'll just take my show then. Fuck it.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
And then there was another one. This was an older one. I got confused with the crying. Who was it? I think it was George Foreman or somebody was fighting. One of the older boxers, but he was fighting a guy, and the guy just started crying. Actually, I'll have another cigarette.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the guy started like crying because he had like a bad cut or a bad camp or something.
It's so
he's like getting
hard.
beat up, and he's like goes back to his corner. He's like, I can't do it. I don't want to do it.
It's so funny to laugh at those guys because they could fucking knock us out. But
yeah. If he listens, if you're out there,
you're a pussy.
I'm sorry, Sanker. When he gave me the script for today's episode, I thought it was disgusting that I had to say that about you.
It was on the teleprompter.
Yeah.
He's a pussy. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
It was a horrible thing.
Yeah.
If Lee was here, he would have said that, but I had to do Lee's lines.
You're Lee today.
Yeah.
The other question I was going to ask you was about, I was just watching the news the other day, and some fucking big time, I forget his name, Japanese baseball player is in hot water now for the gambling thing, right?
Yeah, Shohei.
Yeah.
Otani. It's his translator or something.
Yeah, whatever.
But
his assistant.
Read between the lines there. Because
was he doing it on behalf of?
Where's he getting millions of dollars to gamble? He's a translator.
Yeah.
Shohei, he's a pretty high paid baseball player. I guess theoretically he could be paying his translator like millions of dollars, but
we doubt it.
Yeah. But it's a Shohei. The fucking Japanese dudes love to gamble, dude.
Yeah, all Asians. All Asians love a good gamble.
There's a OTB.
OTB?
Off-track betting down the street.
Oh,
It's popping.
I've always wanted to check out one of those. No?
It's just weird.
Because it's just a TV and you're not seeing the real horses?
Yeah, and just, like, everyone's grumpy. Everyone's pissed.
Because they're
like,
losing.
No one's making money at OTBs. But they all trade for, like, tips. Like they'll sell or buy tips from like other people online.
Tips on horses?
Yeah, like some guy who just works in a barn in fucking Arizona, wherever the race is happening.
He's like, this is a good horse.
He goes online and he's like, yeah, I saw that horse step on something.
Oh,
don't bet on that guy.
Oh, okay. Just similar to like an athlete tip of like, you don't realize going into that fight, Francis Ngannou has a broken rib already or some shit like that. Okay. I go to bingo with my girl once in a while. Yeah. That's another type of betting. But they have slots there too, so you don't actually have to like think. Decent food.
Where do you go?
There's one at it's by where the Royal used to be.
They got slots?
They got slots?
Is it legal slots?
Legal slots at all bingo places.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you can go sit there and do slots the whole time. Wow.
I want to go to the Woodbine Casino, the new one.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't like gambling that much unless it's sports. I enjoy betting on sports.
I'm not a big gambling guy either, but I can, like, you know, $20, $40, throw it down something, do something. It could be fun.
Last time I went to Woodbine, I lived right across the street from it.
Yeah.
In the condos. And I went with my buddy, and I was hammered, and I think I might have been on mushrooms too. But I was mainly playing slots, and then I was like not winning, and I was like, let's try some blackjack, because they had video blackjack then. They didn't have dealers yet.
With the hot girl.
And there's just like video, I don't remember. I always remember is me. I was like,
you didn't have a boner?
I was at 18.
You're not gambling.
I was at 18.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hit me. And some like Asian lady was like, no.
Like, no.
Like, don't. She's like, you don't do that. And I'm like, lady. Like,
bad Guaylo.
Let me lose my money how I see fit.
That's still one of my favorite jokes in all the Austin Powers movies is when he hits 21 and then he goes, hit me again. I also like to live dangerously.
I've been meaning to rewatch Austin Powers lately.
Me too. I'm very excited to rewatch it. There's a lot of stuff I have on my list of rewatch that I'm very excited about.
Well, I just did Kitchen Nightmares.
I've been watching so much Kitchen Nightmares.
I'm on season 6.
Oh, I'm not watching in order. I'm just like hitting YouTube randomly.
It gets crazy when you get to season 6 if you're watching chronologically. Yeah. Because there's been 6 seasons. And there was like 4 seasons in England beforehand. You have not watched a single episode of this show before he comes. Everyone's freezer's dirty.
Yes.
Everyone just tries to serve him. Like, everybody's like, he's going to love this frozen chicken.
Guess what? I'll tell you something. If you watch 100% of Kitchen Nightmares episodes, the raw chicken is left on top of the
every time. Cooked chicken. No one gets prepared.
I saw one where he was complaining about it, and the owner goes, "We cleaned before you got here."
Yeah.
Like, in what way?
No.
I also, if you watch the British version and the U.S. version, vastly different shows.
He's much nicer to the British people.
Much nicer.
I saw there was a British one I was watching because we were on to the British one after the American.
Yeah.
But in the American, there's a guy who has a meth addiction and he's a chef. And Gordon Ramsay fires him. And then the British...
Go back to your meth!
Yeah, the British one, he's just like... There's a guy who's a drunk, and he's like, well, just try not to drink. Like,
come on. Yeah, he's always like, come on.
Yeah. He's like, you've been drinking today? And the guy's like, I just had one before.
I'll keep you on control. Yeah, no, he's a whole different... I don't think it's just him, though. I heard a lot of people, if I'm not on the Torontology Reddit, I'm on the Kitchen Nightmares Reddit.
Gordonology?
Gordonology. And a lot of people say it's the editing, too, because he gets mad in the British ones, too, but they hype it. There's music. You don't realize the amount of music in American TV until you watch British TV.
He also hires, or I think they pay customers at least to say lines, because there's people, some of the stuff is like too crazy. Like somebody was cooking fish and chicken in the same pan, and Gordon Ramsay's like, you cannot do that. What if the person's what's it called when you just eat pescatarian?
Yeah.
He's like, what if they're pescatarian? The guy's like, well, how many pescatarians are there? And Gordon Ramsay goes out to the people. He's like,
is anybody a pescatarian?
He's like, did you order this? They're like, yeah. He's like, and are you a pescatarian? And they're like, yeah, I am a pescatarian. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. I don't know if it's 100%. I don't think they're always necessarily paid to say specific things, but I do know for sure it's known that they fill up the restaurant by promotion and by paying the people.
Yeah.
So I do think it's unrealistic. Like, he's like, look how many complaints and food that are sent back. I've been to dinner a million times.
Never sent food.
You don't send. You just leave.
Yeah.
And then you go, I'm never going back there again. And then you just never go back.
I hate cilantro.
I think I remember.
I had a taco. I ordered like 4 tacos.
Cilantro is very popular in Mexican cuisine.
I did not notice that there was going to be cilantro on it.
Yeah.
I got my tacos. Never once would I be like, you have to fix this. I just ate the cilantro off the top first.
Yeah.
And like dealt with the terrible taste of cilantro and ate all the cilantro first and then just ate the bottoms of the taco.
Yeah.
But even if I've had food that's bad and I would never be like, take this back.
Yeah, the only thing I'll send back is if it was uncooked. Like if I ordered
I just
chicken.
get food poisoning like a man. I just take myself to the brink of death just so I can
salmonella poisoning.
Just so I'm not rude to a poor restaurant worker.
I'll say this. I haven't seen her send back food yet, but my girl has said what was wrong with food before.
Yeah, I can imagine your girlfriend.
She's the type. She's called McDonald's after we left. Hey, I asked for 4 cookies. You gave me 3 cookies.
Yeah, one of my kids doesn't get a cookie. Does it make you? Do you want to pick which one of my kids doesn't get a cookie tonight? You're like, you could just not have a cookie. Oh, I'm having a cookie.
I'm not gonna let my kids have cookies and I don't have cookies.
Ungrateful motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, Kitchen Nightmares. The music is bad. Like if you watch the American ones, it's like when he's walking around, it's all that like dun 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 dun.
Gordon Ramsay's on a rampage.
And then they edited together all the fighting, everything like that. Like, I still think he was serving a purpose and helping people, but it was the British one.
The British one, he's playing soccer with them.
Yeah. They just like different TV over there.
They're like joking around in the kitchen.
Yeah, I saw one. This guy was absolutely a bad chef.
Yeah.
He was a young chef. He looked like he was fucking 22, and for some reason this one restaurant hired him to be chef. And Gordon Ramsay stayed there and quietly showed him with patience how to cook the stuff and properly teach him to see if he had a chance. And at the end, he came back to see them after like a month or something like that, and the guy wasn't the chef anymore, and he's like, I just decided, after working with you, I'm not really good at cooking, so I'm looking for a new path. And I'm like, Gordon Ramsay fucking wasted his time, and he wasn't mad.
No,
he was just like, well, that's good. I hope you do find your path. You're a good kid.
It's like the British one's his first family.
Yeah,
the one's second batch of kids. He just hates them.
It's usually the flip, though. Most people get their second family right. First family is a screw-up family.
That's true. I don't know. I would treat my first family better if I had to.
So, you know what that means? That means you would have a first family, you'd be a great dad, and then you unfortunately get divorced. Mom died.
Yeah, Alex dies.
Yeah. And Alex is dead.
Alex is dead.
All right, if we're going to this, Alex is dead, right? And then you have those kids. Maybe they're a little self-sufficient. They're 18. You get with a new girl, and you get her pregnant. You got your second family, couple kids,
lousy,
and
kids.
you're just like, oh shit.
I wish your mom would die. I loved that first lady.
I do think that does exist, which is sad. Like not guys, women, guys, whatever. They lose their first spouse, and that's truly the love of their life.
Especially if they die. Like divorce is one thing, but if you're like first one dies, you're like, they were so good. I hate you.
I would just be that guy that like my girl like washes dishes great and everything. I pick up one of her dishes and I see that little mark and I just start scraping at it. And that's me falling out of love with her, is that little scrape sound. don't know. All
She
right.
doesn't call McDonald's, and you just glare at her. You're like, we needed one more cookie.
Yeah.
The old one would have got that extra cookie.
She used to call. she used to complain that I wanted pickles on my cheeseburger, but she did not want pickles. But you put pickles on her cheeseburger, and you didn't put pickles on. Oh, we might have flipped our cheeseburger. Oh, hey, by the way, Rivals.
Yes.
Which we've recorded at least one podcast there or whatever. They got going again with an open mic. But did you hear what happened with the open mic?
No. I heard it was poorly attended, and I said I was going to go. I never went.
So it's do you know what night it is?
Mondays.
Wrong.
I thought it was Monday.
Yeah, so I went there on a Monday to go there, right? And Crystal was there, our good friend Crystal, your good friend. She vaguely recognizes me, but she's very nice to me. I go, it looked dark there. I'm like, is the mic there? Although, actually, no, that's. Let me backtrack. I was walking towards the mic area, and she sees me and gives me kind of a body block of like where you going? where you going? And I'm like, oh, isn't there a mic downstairs or something? She goes, no. So apparently, the guy running the mic, I don't want to insult him because he's a good guy, but he got somebody else to be like his poster to keep posting the mic or whatever, and that person accidentally put Sundays, and so on Monday, no one really showed up.
So now it's Sundays?
So, but on Sunday, a bunch of people showed up.
Oh.
So he's just like, I guess I'll just do Sundays now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's tonight.
Oh.
Yeah. That's your legacy.
I guess. I guess that's my legacy. I don't know. It's one of those legacies where...
I was still a bigger fan of...
Sportsters?
Yeah.
Sportsters was... That was pretty wild.
That was the heyday of Enemies of Eden.
Oh, yeah. I was smoking weed in the basement all the time.
And they had cheaper food. Not that I'm insulting Rivals, but Sportsters had great food deals.
Taps has good food and cheap.
I'm very excited to go.
I went there the other day, $15.99, and then there's wing night with Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. What's the price?
It's just £1.50. Yeah, you get
a
half
for
pound
the same
free.
Price, you get £1.50. Oh,
yeah, and you can make them do hot honey garlic.
And that's
she'd sound like she had never heard of it.
That's
before
my girl's
when I asked her.
But you have to bring it up.
Yeah,
that's my girl's favorite wings.
And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "No, just trust me.
Just trust me. You'll like look. I'll get a pound and a half. You can have the half."
It's better than a St. Louis there because they got a pool table.
Yeah, I don't even care. I just like that they have the deal. I'm gonna get that. Okay, I have my concert tomorrow night, but you said Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm down to go Wednesday.
Yeah,
I'll go with you.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Just a quick walk. I walk there half an hour from here.
Yeah, Wednesday. That's a good deal. And
when I went there to meet up with Young Turkey Slice.
Yeah, what does that mean? You said that to me. I don't know what that means.
He's my producer for that one song, DJ Young Turkey Slice. When the Flicks with Dicks song, when I did the auto-tune one, the rap song.
No, you mean your friend.
Yeah.
But he goes by Young Turkey Slice now?
Well, in the Flicks with Dicks world.
Oh, okay, that's his
I don't know,
pseudonym.
Maybe he wants me to use his legal name, Taylor Barkey.
No.
Coffee Black.
I will.
Young Turkey Slice.
I'm gonna bleep that from he's Young Turkey Slice.
Or Coffee Black.
I like Young Turkey Slice.
His Facebook name was Coffee Black in college, so everyone called him that.
Oh,
but okay. I brought him to Orangeville for a party at my place, and I introduced him to everyone as Gaylor. And he never corrected me, so all my Orangeville friends thought his name was Gaylor for a year.
I have so many choices of what to call him next time I see him. I've seen him. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah, he's great.
But I think I'm going with Gaylor.
Yeah, he'll respond.
Oh no, I'll go with Young Turkey Slice. I'm liking it a lot. You should, if you're listening to this, you should check out Effin Ferg on Instagram.
Yep. EFFINFERG.
Yeah. Thank you for doing this. I'm getting cold. That's mostly why I'm ending this, because you had 2 cigarettes, which breaks my rule in my car. I didn't even realize. I didn't stop you. 1 per ride.
1 per ride. We're not riding.
This is a ride.
You drove me from there to here.
I said 1 hour rides. This is a 1 hour podcast. You had 2 cigarettes. You broke it.
I had 3 cigarettes.
You had 3? Oh, shit. It's going to smell and they're going to blame my girl.
Who's them?
I drive my family once in a while, and they go,
"Oh, like the podcast listeners."
We can see the smell. All right, thank you, Fergie.
All right, thanks, man.